Hello and welcome to the stream. Oh, it's a Saturday. It's a slow Saturday. But I've got a few things that I wanted to tackle, and I figured, hey, let's do them on stream. So the first thing that I am actually working through is getting some material moved over to this machine from the one I was working on at home. As you can see, I ran into a little error. But let's start from where this is at now. And thanks for the updates. All right, so out on GitHub, github.com/Adrian/Apache_Cassandra, I have started putting together some slide decks and other collateral material for basically the one that I'm working on today is the data modeling one. And it's based around the idea of if you know a little bit about relational databases, SQL Server, Postgres, whatever, Oracle, DB2, and you want to learn more about Apache Cassandra and how to kind of take the things you've been doing with a relational database, or even just with the notions, the ideas behind relational database structure and design, and shift them over and move the data models over to Apache Cassandra and work with your data there. This is material that would be used for like a course to learn those concepts and ideas. The other one that I will be adding here is, and I'm not working on it just yet, I have a little placeholder here, core architecture, and there's the README in there. But down here I also have the slide deck, the start of a slide deck, which will pop up in a second. And it just has one slide. But basically this will be the core architecture of Apache Cassandra. We'll talk about everything from the distributed consistent hash ring to the reads and write methods within the database, the tombstone deletions, how deletions occur, things like that. All sorts of concepts about the actual underlying architecture and how that architecture is used and how it works for Apache Cassandra. And by respect of that, distributed database design writ large. Today, though, I am working specifically on getting the data modeling slide deck put together. This is based off of some work that we do at DataStax on this specific topic. Like that seems to be pointed to the wrong one. Did I click on the wrong one? Anyway, it's one of the courses. Like we provide these Cassandra days and developer days. The developer days are like more enterprise focused. We go into an enterprise or something like that, and we'll get together a class and we'll just go over all the concepts on distributed databases and how to utilize them best for whatever you're trying to work on in your particular company. Cassandra days are a more open event that are open to the public based around Apache Cassandra. And it basically covers the core architectural fundamentals of Apache Cassandra, and then we dive into data modeling and then some application development after that. So this is kind of my rehash on some of that material that I'm making publicly available, but I'm restructuring it to be focused around the flow that I want, and specifically around using tools that can be gotten out on the interwebs easily, like say DataGrip, JetBrains DataGrip, and other software that isn't large, exorbitant price stuff. Like something that if you're at a startup, you can go out and pick up a copy of DataGrip, or you can go pick up some of these other software packages that you can use to work against Apache Cassandra for almost nothing, or maybe like $100 or something like that. So they're pretty easy tools to get a hold of. No huge like $5,000 licensing requirement or anything like that. So that's what I'm using and kind of integrating into this material just to see kind of how it flows, and really just to figure out a good path for whenever I put together workshops that I'm going to give, like in, say, the Seattle area or Portland area or Vancouver, BC. Yes, I will be up there at some point. So that's what I'm working on today. It's kind of a little bit on the boring side, putting together a slide deck, but it will include, I'll be working with, yeah, that is linked to the wrong one. I need to fix that. So I'll be putting together this stuff and also working through it all with DataGrip for the examples that I'm putting together. Let's see, data modeling. This is the one that I want in there. So let's actually fix that right now. Download as published to, whoa. What all just happened there? I don't know. Publish to web. All right. And then let's leave this stuff default. We want this link. And then let's put that in here. Yeah, it looks good. Updating with the correct link to the slide deck. That's enough. I do that, which I actually needed that open, I guess. Because if I go here, it should be publicly accessible to everybody. But yeah, okay, so data modeling one. I've got it started off with SQL versus CQL, database structuring. We talk about normalization, denormalization, dive right into normalization and break it down further into like first, second, third normal form. Talk about how you get your primary keys, your foreign keys related to your foreign key table, etc. And then we bounce into some of the modeling. And I talk a little bit about, I like to focus on some good practices around writing SQL. Because those translate very seamlessly to CQL, really. Like, for instance, right here, in DataGrip, everything pops everything down to lowercase. And that's fine. But you'll see a lot of SQL, a lot of CQL written in uppercase for the keywords. That's cool. Totally happy with that. But I like to have my SQL and respectively CQL written in a particular way where it kind of flows through things. And I'll show you that in my DataGrip solution here in just a second. But anyway, this is what I was getting into. And I'll bounce out here to slides. Let's see. All right. Get this back open in editability mode. Editable mode. Let that come up for a second, and then let's go over to DataGrip. And I've just been kind of figuring out some of the tweaks on DataGrip because it's very different than the other solutions, right? Like IntelliJ, GoLand, etc. In those, you like front and center, you've got Git, version control. The terminal is like right there, very easy to get. And it might be a little bit because of the way that I use, from experience, those editors. But DataGrip definitely has that stuff in different places, so it's a little weird. So here's DataGrip. If you haven't seen me using it previously, I will be covering it today in a little bit of detail. And I also got a talk coming up, not this coming week, but the week after on the 23rd, where I'll be talking about DataGrip, doing a little demo live, and also streaming the meetup that it will be at. Because it'll be myself and then Ryan Zhang talking about serverless on a cloud provider, but not Azure, AWS, or GCP. I forget. Well, Alibaba, I think is the cloud. So that should be a cool talk. And that's Tuesday. And I'm going to try to get the Vue.js meetup, but no promises on that one. That one's Monday of next week. So anyway, here's my dev up. Pretty standard thing I've been doing lately for these types of environments. I'm doing examples in Postgres for the relational side, and then CQL is done in Cassandra. So like right now in DataGrip, I'm not really sure where, like there's add new bash console. So if I do that, I get a bash console here, but then this is like an executing bash, like I can't do clear exit. Yeah, okay, so that worked. But it's like run these bash commands like right now. It's a little different than just having the terminal. And I want a terminal. Well, I see no terminal here. So I don't really know where it's at. So I'm just gonna pull up the terminal. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Come back. Turn. Yeah, Tilix. Alrighty. Alright, Apache Cassandra. That's the repo we just looked at a minute ago. I don't think I have. Yeah, everything's all up to sync. So in here though, if I go into database environment and then run dev, let's run dev down because I just tried to run something before I started the stream. That'll cut all that out. But one of the things I ran into a minute ago, if I do dev up and run that, starting Postgres, and I think it was timing out. So Postgres gets IP 172.210.10. Right? Like if you go over here, there's my Postgres, here's my node for Apache Cassandra, right? And here's my subnet CIDR and my gateway. Then I give these, the specific containers get, or the network, and then the specific containers get these names, and then I have a stupid password just for Postgres. Anyway, so I come down here, I create the network, it gets the subnet, gateway, network name, etc. That seems to be successful. And then I just do a list and inspect so I can scroll back through what just happened. Then I run the Apache Cassandra node, and it, by inference, it creates a container. I inspect that just to have, again, so I can scroll back through what just happened. And then I run the Postgres one, put it in the network, give it the IP, set the password, say 11.2 for the version of Postgres, and then I inspect that. Then I set these variables, which are going to be set for the session of this script, and then run PSQL to run the inception script. And the inception script has this, and that's it. Okay, so PSQL should work, and all this stuff should run, and I should have a relational database, which change it, a relational database. The reason I'm changing it is because the case sensitivity really doesn't matter. But then we just ran that, and what did it say? Oh, it worked. Weird. So just before the stream, it did not work. Leave it to computers, you know. Work sometime, not work, and then they won't tell you why. All right, so anyway, enough of that. So we have our Postgres and our Cassandra running. They are running at the IPs here. So now I can actually make connections to them, okay, over here in the database tab or whatever this is called. God, that's a loud fire truck. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Anyway, that's a fire truck, and it's almost gone by. I'm also going to pop some Pretzel Rock on here, see what we can get. Oh, and I get, oh. Oh, and y'all get nothing of that. Let me fiddle with audio for a second. No, still no. Do 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 do. That is weird. So I can hear it, but it's not going out through the damn speakers again. Oh, my mic wasn't plugged into the right thing either. And now I also have an echo. That's always really damn cool. But I think I fixed it. Yeah, seriously. It's so frustrating. Oh, now y'all can hear it, right? There it is. The damn things. So it's echoing. Am I hearing my own stream? Like, what the hell? Oh, anyway, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, I don't know why I'm. Oh, anyway, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, I don't know why I have like a 30-second delay on my mic. It's like the Twitch stream is on. I have like a 30-second delay on my mic. It's like the Twitch stream is on. Business core, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Let's hear it. I'm gonna actually. Okay, I'm killing that. Can't take it anymore. Okay, I'm killing that. Can't take it anymore. This is better, whatever it is. How can you tell who you're signed in on Pretzel as? How can you tell who you're signed in on Pretzel as? Oh, I don't want daily affirmations. That's annoying. Oh yeah, this is the wrong. Twitch ain't even signed into the right account. DesD. DevSDs. I am working on some SQL and SQL right now. And basically, let's see here. Putting together a slide deck. Hearing myself twice is going to drive me nuts. What did I do to F this up? Let's say multi-font. So that should have fixed it right there. Now all you hear is me. No, it's still echoing. Fuck. Well, now I'm rated R. Just said the F word. Bear with me. I'm getting there. Test. So my voice is there. All right. Yeah, I'm still echoing. So my voice is there. All right. Yeah, I'm still echoing. So my voice is there. All right. Yeah, I'm still echoing. So my voice is there. Oh, what? Okay. I should show you all this trash junk that I'm doing to get this to work. Oh God, there's 50 things in there now. I'm gonna scream. Any second now. It shouldn't be this hard, jittered, but it sure seems to be sometimes, for whatever reason. I don't know. So my input on the machine is set correctly. The output is set to the wrong speakers. Maybe this works. We shall see. Oh, maybe I should do the built-in. Let's see if y'all can hear this. Let me get some tunes playing here. Yep, that seems to be working. Not exactly coming through the right speakers, but it's working. So now I put it in a different audio device. And I echo in that one. Here, we're just gonna leave it on this one. It's drive me nuts. See if I do this. Okay. Now the music's gone. Now the music's gone. Now it's back. But the question is, do I have a damn echo? I shouldn't have an echo. Nope, there I go. I'm talking like 30 seconds after I say some shit. This is exactly how I've had it set up for every other damn stream, and now it's flaked out. Yeah, I don't know what that is either, honestly. Maybe this will do it. Maybe I just figured it out. That might have done it. I don't know though. Can you hear some tunes? Cool. So my mic here is on input, and then I'm using my digital output on my CalDigit TS3 for output. And then there I am echoing. Oh, I think I figured out what that was. That's super annoying. I think I just figured out though. So under applications, my Firefox audio shit was turned way up, which for some reason is feeding myself back through the audio. Yes, that's what it was. Oh, brutal, 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 brutal. But now if I go back to Pretzel, of course, yeah, I got nothing on Pretzel now, though. I got nothing on Pretzel now, though. But I have my echo. That's the echo. Oh, I got a fix for this. I won't use Firefox for it. I'll use another browser. Thanks for sitting through this cool troubleshooting session with me, everybody. I know it's always awesome to watch somebody troubleshoot a damn computer doing random, weird, arbitrary stuff. All right, so we're going to try Pretzel again and see what the... No, it signed me into the wrong... Oh, and in Chrome, I'm logged into the wrong Twitch. But I shouldn't be logged into the wrong Twitch. What the hell? Sign up with Twitch. Okay, so theoretically now, oh, where'd the rock go? Okay, we're gonna try rock. What the? It switched songs on me. Viking guitar, Dungeon Hearts. All right, we'll see how this one goes. Okay, finally, the damn thing works. Yeah, and it posts in there. Oh my god, the ridiculousness of it all. I guess I gotta stop using Firefox for some unknown reason. So anyway, back in computer land here. Boom. Yeah. So what I got? Okay, just spooled up 2 containers, one with Postgres, one with Apache Cassandra. Just a single node. And I'm putting together a slide deck to talk about the data modeling, right? Is this like Dungeons and Dragons soundtrack vocals? It sounds kind of hilarious. Are y'all hearing that? Playback. I have instrumental only, and it's playing this damn audio. Or do I have some weird thing in? Oh, I had Twitch open, the other Twitch session, so I hear like some weird anime. Anyway, okay, god damn it. Now I'm gonna work on some actual stuff now. So in here, I got this where it spools up my Docker environment. So I have 2 Docker Docker containers here. And I'm just using those to work against. I know the IP because I set it by creating a network, then creating the network via Docker network create blah. Anyway, so all that good jazz. And then I can just dev up and then dev down just like this. But anyway, so my environment is there. I know what the IPs are. And in DataGrip, I can now add the database. So I got Postgres, which is this, and this crazy password. So it's what is it? 172.21.0.10. So data source. Let's add Postgres first. Password in, and this is going to be the default Postgres user, and then this is 172.21.0.10, right? Okay, and then the database is a relational database. So that's the one we're working in. Let's test that. Oh, I need to update driver too. Okay, so that looks good. Updated the driver and it connects. Cool. So then let's connect another one for Apache Cassandra, and that is going to be 172.21.0.3, and there's no username, password, no default key space at the moment. So let's just test that, see what we get. I think it should work. Yeah, okay. So that works. So in here, there's nothing really set up in my database just yet. But if I go over to files and I look at my setup, I have a basic third normal form configuration here. And I've written it out. The way I'm doing this is mostly specific to some kind of default stuff I like to have set up. Like for instance here, I like to create a schema in my Postgres server to put whatever the schema or structure is going to be, because I'm going to have different ones in the database. Now if I run this with, let's see, what is it, Alt-Enter, run query in console, yes please, and then, no, I don't want to run it. Oh, I need to select this. Whoops. Apache, wait, Postgres, where's Postgres? There it is. And then the console needs to be, yeah, okay. So that schema is not selected yet because I'm about to create one. So I'll go ahead and run this just by itself. Alt-Enter, when you highlight it like that, will run that one thing. So run that sucker, boom. That ran. So now I have a schema that I can go into. There it is, the business, okay? And see, now it's selected. So now I can run all the rest of this stuff. And I have a couple tables. Let's see here. I don't want to do that. I just want to run it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's what I did. No, I didn't. What is it doing? Well, anyway, I can hit the run here. So that'll go through and create those tables. Now, if I refresh, I should get... Oh, this is one thing I'm a little confused about in DataGrip still. Like, it's just not really... It's kind of... It seems inconsistent. I mean, I could be doing something wrong, but it seems inconsistent. Like, what the hell just happened? Let's go back here to properties, and let's take out this database. Apply, test connection. There we go. So that works. So I'll disconnect. Oh, I need to probably just do a full disconnect, then remove it, and then let's try that again. Let's try to connect data source to Postgres right here at the top for me. And again, that was 172.21.0.10. This is Postgres. I think I still have the password in there. Yeah. Oh, and oh, shit. I don't want to attach to the Postgres database. Okay, but it let me change. Isn't that weird? Like, I just made that update, hit apply, test connection. So I guess because I haven't closed this, it doesn't close the session that connects to that thing. So anyway, that looks good. Okay, so it should be in there though. It's like if I go in here and do this killer video, and I run this, Alt-Enter, running console. Ooh, what? I am not sure what the hell that error message is. Piss me off. See, so it should show not all this stuff. Let's try it again. A relational database. If I do a schema here, see it says create schema. Expected with K width. Line mismatch input. So should I just have oh, it's on the wrong thing again. Why did it do that? Detach console. It needs to be oh, it sees this file the wrong way is what it's doing. Because it needs to have the right translator on it. So let's do this. And there's information schema. So let's run this sucker now. Now just run. There we go. And there's killer video. So if I go back here, Postgres console. Let's go to this one. Run that. And there's the business. Okay. So if I do all of it, I should get it with all of the tables. There's departments and employees, just like I suspected. Okay. And then let's run. Yeah, let's go back. That's not real because I'm not running it against Cassandra. I'm running it against Postgres. So we'll try to run this one again. All right, I love relational database. That's not true. We want to run. No, we don't want to run it here either. We want to run it against nothing. Just create the schema. And then, yeah, the business. Right? Is that what we're doing? So now I should be able to run it all. Now I should do, let's do the rest of killer video. Is that right? Oh, that's the business. This should be killer video. Like that. Okay, select it all, run that sucker. And what do we get? Boom. All right, there's our tables. That's what we should have had. And then a right click, diagrams, show visualizations. And there's our table structure. All right, so that's our my first two schemas that I put together in Postgres. And I did that for this slide deck because I wanted relational examples to show, as you can see down here, got some notes here. First normal form, second normal form, third normal form. Each are dependent of the previous ones being reached. And that each table has things that are only specific to it, not any tertiary or secondary related data. Then there's that, and then basically there's the table that I was just putting together. Now the next thing I want to say is, let's create a new, and we'll go with this one, relational modeling. So the idea is with relational modeling, let's see, what kind of shapes do I got? Head comment? No, I want shapes. Well, basically you start out with, I'll do with a text box. You start out with data, Then you go to models, and then you have an application. Now, let's see, I want these centered so they look good. Let's do that, and this. And this one will be, oops, damn it, come back here. This, and same thing. I want these centered on the page. Arrows that point to the flow. No, that's not very straight. I'll do this, and the line, I want the line to be gianter. Whoa, that's crazy right there. But hey, at least I can get it straight, right? Yeah, let's not do 12, let's do 8 pixels. That should work. And then, there we go. All right, that works. Put that sucker right here. We're gonna want another one. Because here's the idea. With relational models, the tendency is, and I say the tendency because people don't always do this way. Sometimes they realize that the user experience may be primary in its onus in the development of an application. And it's always about the application, okay? Because no matter what, you simply do not look at data in the database. You look at data in outside of the database, okay? That's just the pure and simple hard fact of it. And even when you got a database and say you feel like you're looking in it, it's really not, because even then you're just using some type of interface to look into the database. The database doesn't have an interface. It's all basically connection points that feed the data in or feed the data out. So even if you're using like Enterprise Manager or what is that, PG Admin to look at the data, you're not looking at the data in the database. You're looking at the data in the data retrieved from the database in the application. That's what that is, okay? It's important to note that difference, because when we build things with relational databases, one of the common tendencies is to design all the data first, then go to your models, then to your application. For the end user, that's often a horrible way to do it, but it's for decades it was the way that it was taught. You needed to structure all your data, make sure it's formed in a particular way, then you move to models, then to the application. And this is all presumptively based on the idea that you know what the application needs to do. So it's kind of a broken pathway. What you really need to do is you need to know what your application does first. Okay, you need to know what business function or what organizational function or data function you're going to be doing. And then you figure out what models you need, and or maybe the data at that point. Or you mix and match it, you flip them around. But whatever the case is, you always need to know what the application does first. However, with relational databases, you tend to think from, when you're working with the database, you tend to think from the data first perspective, for better or worse. I've always had many issues of contention that if that's how an application is being built, you need to bring in a user experience person who thinks not from the database, because they will be able to tell you how many ways things are going wrong, and users will hate and detest your application. If you want to see a case in point, go look at most of that ERP, the Enterprise Resource Planning software, and all that other crap. That's made from data first perspectives, and that software is generally horrible. Like, if it had to compete between actual consumption of the application, like people just simply wouldn't buy it. But the thing is people don't buy it. Executives buy it for people that then are forced to use it. So it never works out. It's pretty bad. But that's a prime example of those things. And moving on, let's see here, JPA engine, and no one had to think about the data ever again, and everyone lived happily ever after. That sounds beautiful, honestly. I would love it if it just appeared and disappeared when it needed to be, but I'm saying that being a data guy too, because I have to think about data all day long, but I realize that the key to getting people to use stuff and love the things that they use is not by going and doing a bunch of data models first. It's by figuring out how the application needs to work, then building a data model that supports that application. So, all right, we got this. And then to kind of really balance this out though, or not balance it out, but to match what I just said, it's interesting because working with a distributed database and the way that things are stored, you end up with like a columnar store, like with Apache Cassandra. You might end up with a key value store like React used to do, or you have Mongo's stuff, etc. You have these various models, but they're all focused around one thing in the underlying premise, which is the data is distributed. So it needs to be stored in a way that it can be distributed effectively and still be reliable, eventually consistent, and all of these other characteristics so that you have your data and it doesn't get lost, etc. By proxy of that, one of the things that I find very, very interesting about these not more modern, but these modern systems that have come up is that it forces you to flip this relational model on its head and change your practice to going application, models, then data. So I need to put in a slide about that to talk to that perspective. And we'll just call this the Apache Cassandra, or actually, let's do this. It's more honest. No SQL modeling. Okay, that is a bit more accurate way to put it, I believe. So let's do this, and then this, and then I don't need that. Oh, yeah, I don't need this one. Now let's see if I can. Well, let's see. We'll do this to application. Models is still in the middle, and then this is data. Okay, so it flips it on its head. See, I kept the arrows going the same way, so we can look at the difference in technique here. And let's actually change this in color so it draws emphasis to it. We'll do data. What's a good color for data? Anybody got an opinion? Let's do blue. And then models will be, we'll go with a green for them. And I think data needs to be a different shade. Let's make it more like this blue. Does that yeah, that stands out. That blue. All right, then application. We're gonna make that red, or dark red too. That's what we'll make it. Then it sticks out a little bit more that this shifted. All right. So that's a pretty important shift in paradigm there. And by doing so, one of the first things that we run into after all this is we run into, let's see here, denormalization as a major factor in what we have to do with the database at that point. Reason you use presentations. Yeah, for workshops, talks, like that. Especially like, say, every once in a while I get to go present in front of some of these boot camps. And one of the things they're often in need of is regular introductions to the way all this data is stored. Something that's usually not really covered extensively in a lot of boot camps. Largely because, you know, they're trying to do this stuff in 10 weeks or whatever it is. And that's not a very long time to figure out how to do anything on computers, honestly. But yeah, so I do that. And then sometimes I go out to colleges, you know, try to line up some stuff at University of Washington, NEU up on First Hill in Seattle. I've talked at Portland State University and some other places too. But anyway, just wherever people are trying to get into an introduction to databases, and specifically NoSQL databases, distributed databases, that kind of thing. Yeah, that pretty much covers bases. That's why I go from a slide deck to start there, talk about a little bit of theory and stuff, and then dive into examples. I mean, if I had my druthers, it'd pretty much be examples all day long. But whenever things are introductory, there usually needs to be a little bit of a basis to start from, right? Like just from an understanding perspective. Dun, dun. All right, denormalization. All right, this is the process of trying to improve the read-perf of a database at the perspective loss of write performance by adding redundant copies of data. Okay. And then what do we do? Okay, now we need to get into. Excuse me. Take it back up here. Where's my examples? I had that. I need a better example here that actually shows some of the data too. So I'm gonna actually shrink that up a little bit. Or actually, let's go back in DataGrip and get a better example of these two things. All right. So let's go look at what we got here. Diagram, show visualization. Two things. Let's change the layout to orthogonal. Oh, that is the orthogonal layout. Well, whatever. I'll just move it myself here, I guess. There we go. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and that's going to be the top section there. And then I can put some actual data in it below that. What is this crap? That's weird. Okay. Oh, it's that. That's weird. So anyway, let's get some data in here. How can I do that? Can I do it from the console? New console. Oh, I should write the insert statement, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's write some SQL. Right, so departments. Okay, import data from file, restore, da 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 da. Well, let's go to console. Yes, please. All right, so insert blah into the business. departments first. Let's get some stuff in there. Wait, I swear there was a way to get, let's see here, this, and then maybe SQL scripts. New table index, schema form key index. It's a DDL data source. And modify table, jump to editor, find use of database tools. Let's do this. No? Oh, there we go. Okay. Then, actually, let's look that up because I know there's a way to get it to give you the skeleton code for it. DataGrip, generate, insert. Yeah, there we go. Generating those. Oh, there. Where's the search? Yeah, there we go. Search. Insert. Yeah, this right here. So I'm going to select insert statement of interest. Oh, what? Database default transact auto. Oh, that's that. I don't want that. Parameters. Oh, that's the last gazillion. Oh, what? Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. Okay, still don't see where this is. So, select the insert statement of interest. That's not. Oh, advanced, find and replace, data type is Control J or Insight Live template. New table. So I do Control J. There we go. Yeah, okay. And then we could do departments. Wait, the business dot departments. And that's your department ID, name. There we go. Yeah, it's filled it out for me. Okay. So here, need to, whoops. Let's gear PostgreSQL. Oh. Generate UUID. Postgres. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Aha, there we go. So it is not loaded. I want to do that, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to actually put it over in Inception. There we go. And then let's go through this whole thing again. We're going to do dev down. So there is going to be no database. And hopefully this should go out and get our UUID generator so we can generate UUIDs instead of having to like pull them off of a page or something silly like that. So this is probably going to take a second because we got all this stuff hooked up to it. And these things I should be able to just navigate right back to them with that. Yeah, there we go. Release the connections, they close down faster. So then dev up like that. It'll just take a second. So the Cassandra node's created here, and then Postgres gets started. Postgres created, servers created. And then setting up the database, create extension, boom. All right, we got it. So now that's fixed. So now I should be able to do oh, there's a little train thing going around outside. All right, so what? Oh shoot, what is it? UUID, Postgres. Ah, damn it. Yeah, UUID. So oh yeah, you just do this. So that, and then name department. What is the department? Department of Heavy Metal. So we're gonna have 4 departments. Jazz, blues, and then what else? Oh, rock. Oh, really? Unknown? That. All right, what's the deal? I could change it to the tables. I'll select. Did it not? It said it created it. Oh. I gotta put it in the schema. Let's do that. Create extension in schema. Okay, let's do it all schemas. Oh, there we go. So we really need then, let's see here, create extension if not exists, this thing. Create schema extensions. Everything in the extension schema. Grant usage on schema extension to public. Grant execute schema extensions to public. Include future extensions. Alter default privileges and schema extensions. Okay, so that includes that one. And then, okay, and then actually. There we go. Extensions, create schema extensions, and then would that be create extension in. Dimensions dot. Create extension. Create schema extensions. Actually, maybe I'll do it per thing. Yeah, let's do it per. Create extension in schema Postgres. All right, how do we do this? With schema. Oh, okay, with schema. Exist with schema. With schema. Actually, we won't put it here anymore. We need to put it in the individual environments we tear up and tear down then. So here, we'll do that. And then, boom. So let's create extension. If not exists, UID OSS. That's OSSP with schema killer video. Right? And that'll make it inclusive of the specific thing that we're trying to write here. I'm gonna do this. Basic form here, same thing in this one. The business. Ball ball. Okay, and then we're going to creating it all again because I just blew away the containers and recreated them. So that should work. If I scroll up, I'll see that it already exists, but it's whatever. If it already exists, that's cool. So there's our two schemas, killer video and the business. Oh, that's weird. Routines. I love how it seems to arbitrarily decide to put stuff in folders or not in folders. So anyway, I should be able to go in here now, killer video, and user ID. All these functions, you've got to be, really that shit should be added to Postgres. It shouldn't have to be added after the fact. That's super annoying. So that's, yeah. So I did this. This should work. Is this ancient? Is it like got a new one? Something? Well, let's try this. That's what I actually want anyway, is a version 4 one. course not. Damn it. Let's go add it in here to this, not null constraints primary key. Put it in like that. Default UID. We're going to find out if this works here in just a second. Hopefully, we'll get some progress out of it. All right, we created the database. And then okay, shit. PostgreSQL UUID. Let's do oh, don't tell me what. We'll let it sit here and think for a second, but it looks like the container froze up on me. That's a joy. While the OSSP UUID library can still be found at blah, it is not well maintained and it's becoming increasingly difficult to... Seriously? You've got to be shitting me. I mean, no harping on open source efforts and everything, but one of those enterprisey customers should put in some damn work on the UUID generator. That is literally one of the best, probably most important ways to stick an ID on things, period. End of story. The fact that they're letting it go to crap and not be maintained is really not acceptable in so many ways. But software. What the hell am I listening to now? Come on, Pretzel Rocks. I picked rock, not bluegrass. I mean, that's real cute if you want to listen to that, I guess, but... Okay, whatever. I'm going back to my stuff that I keep up with because it just works better and whatever. No, it's still busted. That's super annoying. Oh, you can use the mouse. Oh, just mouse is disabled. My mouse has gone flaky. It's not maintained. Increasingly difficult to port to newer platforms. UUID OSSP can be built without OSP library on some. Da da da. PG crypto module instead. Gen random UID. Oh wow. Okay. So maybe if I do some crazy stuff here. Does that let me get back in there? Nope. Trying to get my mouse to work on here again. I can't select from there. Well, whatever. Yeah, so let's try, what is it? Gen. What is it? Gen random UUID. Random UUID. All right, well, hold on. I'm gonna restart this machine because this isn't gonna work. And boom. Alright, so while that reboots, I'm gonna chit chat for a second. So every once in a while, VirtualBox seems to lose my mouse. I don't know what the deal is, but it is super annoying. Let's see, a critical error has occurred while running the virtual machine and the machine execution is stopped. That's always really groovy. Shit, I just closed the music and I'm trying to restart the stupid virtual machine. Yay, all the wrong buttons. All right, it's coming back up. All right, looks like we got a boot up. I didn't fail this time. Oh, and look, there's the mouse. The mouse is there. Resolution is crap. Fixing. Dun, 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 dun. It never boots back up in 1080p like it's supposed to. It always boots up in freaking 1680, 1050 for no legitimate reason. So anyway, we're back. Let's get this going. 50 million miles a minute. What? Let's do this. Oh, I gotta read. Okay, dev up. Oh, whoa. Did something. Seems to be happening. Nope, nothing happened. A whole bunch of crap didn't happen. Let's try that. Let's try that again. Something's flaking out. Docker ps all. You know, even though Docker's got some flaky shit that goes on, at least it's easy to restart real quick. Yeah, so, okay. Things are happening. Clear list. That is up and live, so now we can get in here. Let's get our environments built back. Oh yeah, let's refresh this. What? What? Yeah, there's my IP, so that should be there. So let's do a remove of that connection and try that again. Back to 172.21.0.10. Postgres. What's the password? I don't remember the password. I'm going to take the database out. Do that, and we'll go look. Dev up, get the crazy password. We should, you know what? ABC. There, now I can always remember it. Let's redo that then. Dev down. There we go. Okay. So that should mean, well, hell. Let's hear. Dev down. And dev up. Alright, so that killed the network, as we can see here, and everything. So we should get this IP. Setting up a database in progress. Create database. So I don't know if it did it though. ABC. Alright, connection worked. Why is the damn database not there? Let's hear a relational database. Okay, whatever. It's good enough for me. There we go. That's beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Oh yeah, we wanted to do... I already forgot what it is I was switching to. Gen random UUID. Let's do this. Yeah, gen random UUID. Oh, PG crypto. Let's do this. PG crypto. Is this one installed by default, though? That's the question. Postgres. Install PG crypto. All right, let's do that then. Do this. PG crypto. Functions are not available. Yeah, so that's the shit that I'm dealing with. So I'm not even on 9.4. I'm on a way newer version. Actually, let's go do that. Let's go see what version it is. Yeah, 11.2. I'm on freaking 11.2. So it's not there. Hey, look at that. Oh, look at how I misspelled it. Have I been doing that wrong for the last 10 minutes? Because that'd be almost kind of annoyingly stupid. There we go. And then let's do schema and business. Oh, maybe I need to take this shit off too. That. Yeah, that looks better. And that looks better. All right. This is the business. Okay, let's wipe this out entirely. Drop. Drop. Yes, and then run everything. Alright, what does this do? Oh, let's just put data in. Interesting. Transaction. Yeah, we'll separate a DDL view query. I still just want to... I still would love to just be able to see the damn insert, instead of having to write it every time. I need to fix that in Killer Video, so we'll get rid of UID OSSP, and we'll do it with PG Crypto. Oh, it even in the autocomplete, dad burn it. So let's see here, this is, and then this. Yeah, okay. All right. That makes that a billion times easier. Finally. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, so that references the primary keys, which are these. I just need to do the primary key ones. Oh, this has the composite primary key, which, come on, let's follow the convention here. Primary key, there we go. So it's a composite primary key, and then what we got here? Not null. Yeah, okay. Oops, went too fast. And this is a many-to-many table, so okay, that's good. This isn't what I needed. I want in here. Then I'm going to add some inserts at the end. Insert into well, it's the table. So we want the business departments. These things. I just do all of them. Oh, that is all of them. Okay, but I don't need to do ID because it has the default now. So all I really need is this width. And this is going to be. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh yeah, we're going to have multiple departments for the business, and the business is going to be what? Let's see here. Coding. What is that? Oh yeah, values, not width. What was I thinking? Values. Coding. Code. SQL sure likes those, you know, single quotes. Insert into the business. The employees. No, we need some more departments. Name. Values. Oops. Metal. And then let's create 2 other departments. We'll do bikey, metal bikey code. Yeah, that's good. Then we'll do insert into the business, employees, name, values. Actually, what am I thinking? I want all of them up here. Wait, that's not. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. Yes, perfect. This is going to be trippy now. So check this out. Values. Let's go down here so we can see it. So first is the employee ID. We don't need to do that because, again, that's defaulted out now. But we need to do first, do Adrian. Oops, Adrian Hall. That's me, by the way. So department ID we don't know, but we can do select ID from the business. Actually, let's run these. Yeah, one row. One row? What? Oh, so somehow, bikey metal, and then this one. Oh, am I getting doubles in there? I might not have declared the thing right. Asterisks from departments. Oh, yeah, the business departments. The hell's my key mapping? I keep hitting the key mapping and it's not. Oh, yeah, it is making it redundant. So let's see here. How do I submit it? Submit. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So let's do that and that. Oh, that's cool. So this submits those queries against there. So I want to do departments where name equals blah blah something. Metal. Should have nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here. Do that one, and then this one, and boom. Okay. So now we can get that department ID. So we'll actually want to do department ID from this. So we'll get that, we'll put it in a variable, and then we can do it in we can insert it in the other table. So let's see if we can do the nested one here. Boom. And this. And then the start is, how do we get a date time? Your date time start in Postgres, date stamp. Because that should be, cold chill. That should be, maybe I should do this. Let's see here. Postgres, date, stamp function. Yeah, no. How about date? Age. Current time of the day, local time stamp, statement time stamp. That's current time stamp. Well, current day. So what I have this as, start is, I believe it's a date, so we want to do current date. Yeah, it is just a date, so let's... So hopefully that'll work. Let's see here. This is what I'm trying to do with regional sales ads. So, oh, I need to do this probably. Beautiful. Yeah, did it do it? Oh, it looks like it did it. Yup, boom. So now, I need to fix. Oh, name. Name of department. Phooey. What is it? Modify, comment, schemas. Oh, that's a stupid thing. I want the... I'm trying to find... Oh, modify table. That's what I wanted. So we'll go ahead and modify table. Name needs to be unique, like so. So create unique index. Oops, come back here. Come back here. Yeah, that's what we want. So copy. Yep, get out of here, and then below that. There we go. I'm just going to put that below the table. And let's run that. Boom. So that should prevent us from adding a bunch of redundant crap here whenever we run that. So they should fail, and the ones that are unique. Okay, retry. Oh, yeah, ignore. So I don't know. I think it. We'll see if it put those in. There we go. So let's do select asterisks from business departments. Yeah. All right, we got all three. That worked perfectly. Then select asterisks from the business dot employees, right? Run that, and yep, there's our one entry there. So let's get another one into that basic form here. Insert into business employees. I will do first, last, department ID, and start. And this should be, let's do 4/21/2019. Oh wait, I probably got to do. Let's put it in the parsing way. 2019, 21/4. Day, month. I don't know. We'll find out if that's right in just a minute. Well, let's see if we can add in. What is it? It's probably this. Run it. Nope. Frickin'. Okay, anyway. What did I have there before? Just gonna go with that for now. There we go. And then we'll put current date. Let's go actually add that to the default. Date default is that. Not null. There we go. Because really, it's a good idea to have a default. Hey, Arminka3232, welcome to the Mosh Pit. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so what I was saying is, it's a good idea to, if you're going to mark something not null in a database, it's a good idea to have a default value for it. Just kind of as a general idea. Otherwise, you got a lot of stuff that, you know, people are going to have to do extra validation for and everything. Which in the end, maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's what you want, right? But I like to make sure that, you know, when I'm doing something like this, I put default values in there. It makes it a little bit easier for me. Because then, like, on this, I can take out the start date. Because, whatever, I'll just put it in there as, you know, that current time or whatnot. So there's that. So now I'm going to go down here, values. Let's say, who can we pick? Let's go pick some random person on Twitter as our second person of the company. Oh, I know what we can go with. Let's go with Amanda Data Stacks. Oh, and I can't even do her name right. What's up with that? Twitter, Amanda Data Stacks. What did I spell wrong? Well, whatever. Oh, what? What's up with that? Does the account no longer exist? Ah. this? Amanda. There she is. Oh, what? Oh. Changed the name. Amanda K Data. That's pretty cool. All right. It's going to be our next person here then. Amanda. Last name. Ran. Then select department. ID from the business. Whoops. Departments. There we go. Where name equals. Let's go with code. She's gonna be our coder. And then insert into the business. Employees. Go first, last, department ID, values. See, who else can I pick? Maybe we'll do Kale. Use Kale. Oh, or Luke Tillman, maybe. Actually, let's go with Carl Mattias here. Look at that. Did you see that? Carl and David were wearing the same hats in that picture. Literally the same hats almost. And I don't mean just the style, but like the theme on them looked almost the same. All right, so Carl is super rad fella. Does a lot of Golang. Also Ruby guy, I guess, as you can see here. Anyway, this is a cool guy. He has helped me a million times on Twitter. Probably doesn't even realize how many times he's helped me out. So we're gonna put in Carl Mattias, or Relastan on the Twitters. So Carl, he spells M-A-T-T-H-I-S. All right, you got it. So select department. I don't even know if Carl does, but he is going to be our bikey person. Why am I not getting autocomplete? Oh, I missed a comma. Famous freaking comma problem. When you need them and you don't put them, everything breaks. Sorry. Let's see. Business, departments, where name equals. We go with bikey. All right. So theoretically, I think based on this, don't. Oh, you know what? So if I run this, so does it have, did I put a composite key on it? So employee ID, first name, yeah, primary key is just the employee identifier, unique employee identifier. I should put a unique, let's do that. We're gonna modify table and we'll make this a new table, keep new index. Let's add a new index and we'll make it unique. And that will mean we have to have unique people in there. Now, if somebody has the same first and last name, that's a problem, right? Oh, And literally, if we add start date, I have been at a company where a person with the same name, same exact name, starts on the same day. But we'll do that. We'll add. Let's just do first last. This is a simple database. We don't need a lot of complex stuff. So we're gonna add that to our query here. Let's go back up here. First, last. Yeah, and then let's. Yep, all right. So now I'm gonna actually take that and wipe it out, and I'm going to nuke these two things, drop them, and then drop the schema. Okay, and then go back over here though. I'm gonna open this up where all this is created and run that script from scratch. It should get everything built and put the data in it for us. right? So I think, did it finish? Yep, looks like it. So Amanda, Carl, and I are in there in our respective departments. The departments are added, blah, 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 all that good jazz. So now what I want to do, actually, because you can create these indexes in the table. So let's go back and look at some of that. Here's the business back in the departments, just like we expected. So let's see if we can do this and then SQL generator. Table, constraint, primary key, default, alter table, create unique index departments. Oh, it's actually putting them out there that way too, which is interesting. So I guess we'll leave it that way. Then let's add this. I don't want that. Use auto-generated to start with for sequences. I'm gonna leave owner in there. Huh. That's interesting. I assumed that you could put this unique index in the create table, which seems like you should. There's probably a way to do it. It's generating it that way to purposely do it in order, though, I suspect, so that there isn't conflicts. All right, so we have that created back, though, and we actually have our data in there, which is awesome. So now, oh my god, we can do this. We can do, let's go to console, and yes, do that. Oh, cool, we have our last one out here. So we'll run both of these. Is it gonna run both of these? Yeah, all right. So then, do this, boom, and then straighten these up a little bit, and then I'm going to attempt to get all of them in there. Maybe I don't really need the, yeah, I don't need the full ID. I can do this. Yeah. All right, let's screen grab that. Oh, the trouble I go through to make sure that I just have good, beautiful pictures and representations for everybody. So there is the departments there. Now let's get this one, screenshot. I'm gonna get rid of that, so back to screenshot. I should really learn the shortcut key to that. Ah, phooey. Takes, I don't know what I just did, but that was exactly what I wanted it to do. All right, there we go. I'm gonna copy that, back out here. Boom. Let's get these to kind of the same size. This one needs to be much smaller though, and this one needs to be smaller, like that. And this one can be brought under. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, okay, and then let's get an arrow. We'll just draw the arrow in the slide deck here. Like this. And then let's give it some bulk. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And maybe even change the color. No, I'm not gonna change the color. All right, that's cool. Now, one of the cool things that I'm doing in this slide deck that I actually like a lot about this whole shindig, and you can do it in most of them like PowerPoint and whatever. If you use the default slide deck options like these here, like this one, and you just change these characters, okay, did that, and there's the slide, okay? It's in the list, along with everything else. Now, if I do this, select all of them, and go to theme, and say I want to do black on, or white on black instead of black on white. Boom, changes it all for me. It is beautiful. Look at that, see? Everything is in its appropriate place still. And then I can go fancy pants too, right? I can select everything, and let's say I want to do, this looks very Microsoft-y. Let's do this one. See, denormalization. Oh yeah, see, awesome. So basically what I do is I design all of my slide decks with, this one's gonna be weird. Check out the words probably. Oh yeah, it's shrunk them up good. Yeah, let's do it again. But I try to do everything in a very, very default way with my slide decks. And then I go in and, let's see, maybe smaller or something. Yep. And then I can go in and I can change them up however I need to. But also I try to keep things very basic in my slide deck because I don't want my slide deck to be a crutch. I want it to be additive information concerning what I'm talking about in whatever talk. The idea is I don't want someone to have to sit there and waste their time reading my slides when I'm telling them what they need to know in a specific way to make the information stick better, to make it be more cohesive in relation to the other things that I just said. And there's other reasons beyond just that, but that's the main ones. So I keep the slide deck simple. I try to keep too many pictures or whatever down to representing a singular idea. And I make a strong point. Like if I'm going to have a lot of words, those words need to be code, like this one. Okay? None of this 8 million bullet points and all this other crap. Like this. This is enough words. The 3 words plus the little title there. The title is questionable. Like, does that even need to be there? Do people need to see the title relational modeling? Or when I describe the topic, when I talk about the topic, will I say that? I will most likely need to say something about relational modeling and the reason it flows from data to models to application. So why have that there, right? This is the core idea. This is kind of peripheral. Same thing here. I changed this to no SQL modeling, or no SQL modeling, just because it needed to be a counter to this one. But the question is do either one of those things need to be there on the slide, or do they just detract from what I'm talking about and the main focal point of what I'm trying to emphasize and show everyone and what I'm talking about? So I go through this with every single one of my slides, every single one of my talks. I do not just throw crap together. Sometimes I still, even when I think it through and everything, I end up giving a crappy presentation every once in a while, but I do endeavor, I try very hard to make sure that I have core concepts, that I provide relatively simple Zen-focused slide decks. I say Zen because there's like a whole book written about this concepts and the ideas that I'm talking about, which is to keep the slides simple as a peripheral element. They should only be additive. They should not be like the core focus. People aren't there to watch a movie. They aren't there to like watch the freaking episode of Vikings. If we were doing that, we'd rent out a theater and have a good time of it and get some beer, right? I mean, that's what you do. So the presentation, I'm focused on a different thing. So that's the emphasis on every single one of my slides, and I keep it simple so I can bounce between these different simple slide deck themes, put a little spice into it, you know? But otherwise, I always try to keep the individual slides very, very specific and to the point, and not with a bunch of cruft letters and other crap in the slide. Emphasis on that's what I try to do. Can't speak for everybody else. Everybody does their own thing. But there is a lot written about this and a lot about the psychology and the way that we humans look at, see, and learn things. And it's important to have this stuff done in a way that, I mean, I hope that people are trying to emphasize those things. And that's what I am trying to emphasize whenever I give any type of presentation. Oh, I didn't even know that view existed. Huh. I learned so much doing Twitch streams because I'm just like fiddling around. But that's my daily life, right? Click around, click, 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 type, type, type. Figure it out, and then learn stuff. All right, so all that, and we're down here doing some denormalization stuff. And I basically wanted, this bit. Let's see here, can I group that? I think I can group it. Yeah, group it, and then copy it, and then right after denormalization, I want another slide that says, crap, what is this? I want this slide. And I'm gonna do a little bit more SQL versus SQL. We'll look at that in a second, but let's get the picture over here. So I want to put in a SQL statement to represent pulling data from these two things. Of like how you would get it now. Like kind of a join. Let's do that. So got to refresh my memory here. Select. It's your E dot. Well, we're gonna do. Let's just do asterisks for the moment. From the business departments, and then the business employees. And I think you can do like employees and departments as like so I can reference those tables by those in a minute, and then do, yeah, and I just want everything. So then I'll do like D dot department name, right? And I'll get E dot first, E dot last, and then D dot name. E, what else did I have? An E something last? Oh yeah, start date, and then D dot name. So this way, instead of seeing just the ID, like if I do this now and I look at employees, boom, what do we get? We get department ID, right, which is that junk. But if we wanted a nice report, we'd do this, we join it with the departments, and then we can get this. Much nicer, right? Now, you'll notice it is denormalized. You see department code is in there 3 times. Oh wait, how did we... That's not right. It's not right at all. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see. I want to do it by department. There should be a department per... Well, if I do this... What did I do? What did I break? Oh. If I do that, I should just get... Okay, that's 1 for each thing. Well then, let's see, D dot name, right. So, but I just want to show, see, that's weird. That shouldn't be. If I look back at employees, there's only 3 employees, right? And 1 of each department. But oh, this is the. That's what it is. It's a Cartesian product. So I need to do where. So I need to say where D dot department ID equals E dot department ID. And then boom. There we go. Okay, so that's actually the normalized data there. So if I had, or this is what I actually have stored, I should say. Okay, so that's cleaned up. The denormalized data is all those bits together, even though that wasn't, when you denormalize it, you wouldn't particularly have it that way. Because I'm only in one department, Amanda's only in one department, Carl's only in one department. So it should only be this. But that works for the example. So let's do that from yeah, and then yeah, all right. What I should do is go in here, actually, and we'll add one more to show how denormalization actually works. Let's say insert into business, employees, and then first, last, department ID. Oh, that's tricky. Let's not do that. Okay. Because what I was thinking is if I added another one, then I would have a redundant copy, but then that doesn't show good third normal form. Yeah, various things come up with that. That's a problem with this deck. I think I need to go back and talk about what I can do there before the denormalization. But anyway, okay, that's good enough for now. We'll take this. And I wonder if I can actually make it a little smaller and do this. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay. Oh, gross. Let's get it in there like this. Yeah, no subtitles, but we will have the query. Does that work? Well, actually, I want to have this, but damn it, I just want it in plain text, so I can put it down here. Oh, nope, it's going to do that. So let's paste it somewhere where it'll get rid of all the markup. Yeah, but damn it. Shit, how do I select this stupid thing? There we go. And then that needs to be here. And we need to shrink that sucker down to 18. Nope, we need to go more. 14. That's still kind of a mess. Let's go down to 10. Yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Yeah, that shows the denormalized data when you pull the join together like that. Yep, alright, we're good. So that's going to be that. And then we want to talk about... There isn't really... There's no CQL here yet. So there's two departments has the same person in it. You'd have to list employee twice. Okay, well, whatever. That pseudo 2 and F form. So we'd have then let's get back into DataGrip and do up our first CQL stuff. New file. Basic green F port CQL. Actually, let's call it denormalized. Denormalized. There we go. So in here we got, let's look at all of it. We got department. We're basically doing this. And then there's this jump. So let's keep a list of all this right here, and then we'll go in here. And the first thing we need to do is actually create a key space, right? Yep, we need to create a key space. And the way you do that in this is a little weird. You don't, oh, there it is, key space. Yeah, and then it says, it calls it a schema here, but it's actually a key space. And the key space is similar to a database / schema in Postgres. So it's almost like a combined concept. So here we'll do, let me think for a second. Key space. Oh, we'll call this, to start off, we'll call this same thing. We'll do the business, right? And then let's take this, get it out of there, go here. I am on that. Then I want to do with there, well, just with. All right, here we go. Then what we want to do is with. With replication equals, then throwing a little JSON object here, class simples to rat to G. That works here locally for us. And since we're just working with one node, we'll want to do a replication factor of 1, like so. All right, so that gets us key space. Come on, put. There we go. So there's the business. And then we want to now create a table in that table. But let's use the form. So here we have indices, keys, columns, a little bit different than the other one, but we'll call this employees, departments. Whoops. Then we're gonna have a column. We'll call this first text. Actually, we got varchar. Let's do varchar. 100. And then we'll do last, varchar 100, that, and then we'll do, what was the next thing? It was start, which is date, and then we had department name, which is varchar 100. I think I'm missing something else. Let's go with that. Let's multi-select, right click. I'm going to say new table key, make that the primary key. All these bits. Go back over here, get rid of column 5 because, yep, don't care. We are going to add one more, just call it notes. We'll make that text. Not really a searchable thing, just something that we're going to add to it. Take a look down here. All that stuff looks cool. All right, then indexes. What is that? Oh, I don't really want to add an index. Open that in editor. There we go. What's this complaining about? Is it not execute? Let's go to the business. And let's try to, what's it say? Create tip employees. First varchar. Let's just do this text, because really it doesn't need to be limited. Text. And then add another one, text. There we go. See, in the way we'd have to add this now, we didn't go, or add data to it, insert into the business, employees, departments, like that, and then values. Oh, it did it for me that time. That was helpful. So let's do values. We'll do Adrian Hall. Start. What was it? Get date. Oh, let's do 2019. 21/4. We'll call this the metal department. And then I do null. We'll do another one. Put in Amanda. And say 5 and code coders. Data stacks. Advocate. I don't know. That was good for a note. And that, and then let's run it. Boom. Unable to coerce this. Stop. Okay, why are the dates always a pain? Let's do that and see what happens. Unable to coerce into date. It did it. I have no idea what the date's going to be, though. Oh, funny. Alright, so let's just do jump to console. Let's do this one. Oh, yeah. Let's select asterisk, not ampersand, asterisk from employee departments. There we go. Got it in there. So there, now that we have that added, switches. Yeah, I think we're set there for now. But what did I want in here? Denormalization. Oh yeah, I just wanted to combine, show the stuff combined. Like so. Combined. Eliminates joins. And then data, okay, back to DataGrip. I guess maybe, okay. I don't even need the ID. If it's a composite key and we got a primary key, we don't really need an ID, but let's do an ID. And we'll do UUID again, like that. Let's do auto something. Nah, leave it out ID. Don't need it right now. There we are. Okay. Now, next thing. Let's see here. How do I want to put this? I want to put in a quote, but I don't know if I want to put in a quote full on direct or if I want to break it out more. Add a note here. Let's see here. This is the normalized version of the previous data from two tables. Focuses the join to a singular query. Increases performance, in this case, dramatically. Well, that's not specific, considering we're doing it with just such a small bit of data. Okay, that's a pretty good note. All right, on that note, I'm gonna go eat some food, especially since it's Saturday. So, everybody, let's see if we can raid somebody, huh? How's that sound? I think that's a damn good idea. The question is, who are we gonna raid? Who's live right now? That's the other question. Oh, I'm not even signed in here. But yeah, so who should we raid? Find somebody here real quick. Looking at my channel. Let's see here. I develop things is coding. That looks kind of cool. And then there's Jamie Pine, who's building a startup. He's got some people. But I can't even see what I develop things he's doing. It's just a blank screen right now. Seems like pretty cool stuff, mostly though. Been programming forever and is only 23. says the description. I think we're going to jump into Jamie's, though. Or what is Anthony Wright's code? This is interesting. Maybe we'll raid into Anthony Wright's code. React Native components. How's that sound? Sound good? Let's do that. All right, setting up the raid right now. And in the meanwhile, everybody have fun, enjoy the thing, and jump into the raid.